Okay, here we go to day 2 and palette number 2. I think that palette 2 is more of an overlooked palette. It's really pretty. It has some grays, some taupey browns, a nice dark charcoal gray, but I don't know, sometimes people either go for the earth tones or for the palettes with colors, and I just feel like number 2 is overlooked. But I love palette 2, but you're going to hear me say I love this palette, I love this palette, because palettes are actually, they're my favorite eye products to go to, because like I told you, they're already coordinated for you. You don't even really have to think about it. You grab a palette and choose what colors from here. So here's my today's look on palette 2, so I'll show you how I did that. To begin with, I started with, which one did I start with? Honorable. It's a really soft taupey brown here, and I put that, get the right brush, I put that as my transition color. Again, as I told you yesterday, the transition is just the transition between your darker color and your lighter color. So I'll put that on my brow bone. And then next, what I did, I took the liner shader brush and I used this color here. Get it where you're not getting a glare. I think you can get a glare. There you go. Blissful. And I put it on 3/4 of my whole lid. I will cover part of this up, but that's just how I used it today. Okay, then I'll just wipe that off and use the shader end of the liner shader brush again and go into Romantic right here and put that on the inner part of my lid and bring it around under my lash line. Okay, then my favorite color out of this whole palette, I think, is Perplexed. It's this color. It's a gray, as you can see here, but it's really iridescent, and sometimes I feel like you get a little bit of a lavender color, so it's one of my favorites. So I'll dip my crease brush in that, put this on my outer V and the outer third, bring it up a little on my brow bone. Okay, then I'm going to go back with the Blissful again, just to kind of blend these out a little bit, give it the ombre look, and then wipe that off and go back with Romantic and blend right in here. The thing that this palette doesn't have that I like, but you could certainly use Romantic if you want to. I just don't like to use the shimmer all up under my brow, so I like to use a matte, and it doesn't have a lot enough matte that I would want to use, so I use my concealer that I always use. It's my go-to under my brow, and highlight here and just kind of blend these colors out. I'm getting a bad glare today. Okay, fix this. Then I will take the Romantic and just highlight right here on the end. Okay, I think I don't have them exactly even. Sorry. So I will just add a little bit more of the Perplexed. Alright, that's better for me. What I'll do next is, for my liner, I'm going to go in with the Peppy, here, this dark charcoal gray, and use the liner end of the liner shader brush. I will wet that with my rose water and just dip it into the Peppy to use as my liner. and then bring it back under my lower lash line. So there you go, that's palette 2. Really pretty palette, so take a look at it. Let's don't let it get overlooked. Today, for my lips, I went with a more pink look, and I have on Shy Lip Stain. But on top of that, I'm going to use our Sentimental liquid lipstick. This was the first one I got. I really, really love Sentimental. It looks good on pretty much anyone, I think. Let's see. Okay. Like I told you before, I use a lip brush because I get a thinner layer on and it's going to dry and give me hours of color. So I love to use the lip brush with our liquid lipsticks. I'll tell you, I wasn't a lip brush person before. I never really used one. But with our liquid lipstick, I just get a better, not a better coverage, a thinner coverage that will last me without transferring. If you're like me and you want to kiss some babies or some kids or something, then you don't want to transfer onto their cute little cheeks. So there you go. Palette 2 with a pink lip today. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you might have any questions about palette 2, want to know how other ways to use it, let me know. I'll be glad to help you. So I will talk to you tomorrow.